Let's talk about a term that you've probably never heard before because I just made it up. If you have a home service or a trades business, this is a smarter way to look at your numbers, and I'm gonna show you why. It's called workload revenue. So up until now, if we looked at a given month, we would total together all the work that we've produced so far, or the jobs that we've completed up until this given point in the month, and we would add that to the bookings that we also have in the schedule. And from there, we would add those together and we would call those sales. This is a practice that is fairly widely adopted inside of the coaching community, but it's not one that I agree with. The reason being that if I have work in the future in my schedule and I'm calling it sales, there's obviously a ton of different things that can go wrong, and to make that assumption not true. Anytime we're doing goal setting and review, we also want to be very conservative when we're making any sort of assertions or estimates. And if we had a job that's booked for next week cancel, or we have weather implications, or our crew gets maxed out, or any number of things that could happen that affect our ability to get through that work and to invoice it and to get that money into the bank, then that's gonna throw off all of our numbers. And we can't leave our margin for error open that widely. So that's where we enter this new term, which is called workload revenue. So what it's doing is if you're partially through the month, you're gonna look at the value of the completed jobs up until now, and then you're gonna add together what you have booked. So we're not gonna make any sort of assumptions with this term, like would be the case if we're gonna call it sales. And from that point, we are gonna weigh out against our monthly goal to establish what our gap is. And once we have our gap, then we can do a number of different things, track it daily, and ensure that we are on track for success. We can monitor to make sure that we have enough work booked in order to close in on our gap. We can make sure that we have enough days in order to produce the difference between where we're at today with our workload revenue and our goal. We can monitor our pace. We can do all sorts of things, but I think it really comes down to getting this first term correct. We built workload revenue right into Hourly IQ, but if you're still tracking this stuff with a whiteboard, I still think it's a shift that's worth making. Now, if you use Jobber or House Call Pro, you should definitely check out Hourly IQ. We are now in open beta, meaning you can go in and sign up for a free trial, and it's gonna bring all of this stuff over from your CRM. Honestly, this is the tool that I wish I had when I had my own home service business, and now it's available for you to try out. Head over to hourlyiq.com and sign up for a free trial. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and we will see you next week.